Hey, what's up? What's up, Ballsville? Kicking back right here with Jimmy. We're going to talk a little gauntlet. Just recapping the Monday night first half. We had a big old Derrick Henry score. We had a Gibbs rushing touchdown. Montgomery getting his from the one, and Rashad Bateman having a night. So Zay Flowers pretty quiet. Jimmy, how you doing tonight, man? You got any stake in this game?
I do. I think I'm 4-0 in one of these gauntlets, so I'm hoping I can pull through with that one tonight. I think he's on a Jared Goff miracle mile, but we'll see if he can catch me.
Yeah, we have a couple of miracles tonight based off of the Discord. I put in two myself. Once again, I'm going up against Chris tonight. I need Zay Flowers to get under 12 and a half points to pull off a victory there and stay undefeated. And Ethan has Derrick Henry, Sam Laporta, and Jared Goff. I have St. Brown in a 58-point lead going into the game. So we'll see how that pans out. Joey needs 22 points from Amon-Ra and half PPR. That's going to be rough. And some Amon-Ra, Lad Hurts combo for a real miracle there. He didn't even want to say the amount of points. Yeah, but good times, guys. Hope you guys had a good week and you're winning in your leagues. We're going to take a peek at the scoreboards for this weekend in the Gauntlet leagues. Jimmy, you're in about like 10 or 11 of those leagues, right?
Nine of them, yes.
9 of them? How are you doing in this?
Often I'm about 50-50. I think I'm like 3-1 or 2-2. I'm middle of the road. I got this one good one going on in Jupiter that I'm 4-0 in, so I'm kind of hanging my hat on that one. But I'm kind of middle of the road. But the nice thing about it is, and I think what's really going to make this really interesting going forward is all these injuries. These injuries are making people spend their fab early that I don't think a lot of guys banked on. I think they're having to juggle it up. And, where if we would have had some type of cut with the redraft part, I think the pressure would be a little more. Guys are kind of maybe a little relaxed, hoping that their guy comes back in time to make it for the guillotine portion.
Yeah.
So the pressure is going to start building. We keep getting more injuries. I mean, Mike Evans, now we've lost Mike Evans is probably going to be out. We're losing guys left and right. I mean, it's just crazy.
We're still dealing with last week's injuries. I'll tell you what, I noticed in at least 2 of these leagues, Jake Browning went for 101 of that all-important gauntlet fab.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, and so far no good, but it's a long ways to go to the finish line. That's a lot of fab to be investing into a quarterback right away. Put you at a disadvantage, and it'll be interesting to see how many Browning teams make it into the playoff.
I mean, now Connor's out for the season. I mean, that just throws some wrenches into things for guys. The running backs are thinning out. I mean, it's going to be interesting where guys get their depth because the benches aren't that big. You can't carry guys. There's no IR on there. You either keep them or no. We do got IR in this one, right? We do got IR.
Yeah, we have a few of them.
So they can,
but yeah, it seems like a strategy so far at the RB position to have gone great or very late in getting those backups because they're going to start to pay dividends. So we keep the pod brief, guys. We're going to dive right into our scoreboards. This will remain open on the site. We're a little behind on the paywall. It's my own fault. I don't really have the time. Speaking of time, Gauntlet is really hard to get to because we're crammed into the halftime, which is literally a 8.5 minute counter. And there's so much information. So going forward, what we're going to do, which frees me up because I work 2 jobs, guys, don't forget. We're going to incorporate this into the Tuesday night show. It'll be myself and Jimmy bringing you recaps from the Gauntlet, but it'll be a little better prepared and a little bit smoother than kind of rushing through it. But here we go. Week 3 on the scoreboards on the website. You can go and do your weekly view. We have some new leaders at the top. GLC coming in from Zeus. DGen Ethan, one of his strategies is working out. We know he's in all of these gods. Trader Clam at number 3. Arrow Blossom, Chief Life, our friend. Coda Bear, Prubal, John Coy Berries, who was there last week. And these scores need to be updated again after today. Zacho, March Madness, Trader Clem again. Jenny B making her appearance there. Our friend Chris, sorry for cussing. Cheeky Hobson and Scott right there run the hurry up, coming in at number 15. What we have here is a little visual. These are our matchups of the night going into tonight. We had our friend Chiefs Life versus DGen Ethan and Aries Dark. They're both hoping to win tonight, but Ethan has a shot at staying undefeated if he can get past Chiefs. Here we have Chief again, trying to hold that 6-0 status from short stack. They're both past the median. Chief has Lamar Jackson. Short stack trying to play spoiler for Fantasy Fetish, quite the name. I'm obviously has Mark Andrews. I think he has like 4 players with low projections, so it's not beyond the realm of possibility that he can pull this off. That's in Horus. Chiefs Life playing spoiler again with Sticky Picky and Anubis Light. Chiefs Life trying to win his own 6-0 status if he can beat Sneaking Bull tonight in Poseidon. So we're seeing a common trend here. Chiefs Life showing up a lot. Here we have Lynn trying to overcome some mods tonight. So those are all the games that we're watching. This next stage is going to be people that just need to beat the median to stay 6-0. They won their matchup. This is Mark Madness and Zook Light. This is Ethan in some dark league, betting on Gibbs and Henry. So he's doing pretty well, but he's got some odds to overcome. And Ethan again, just trying to beat the median. And up here, our final little grouping, we have these are the people that are already on their way to 6-0. We have Coda Bear from Amon-Ra Dark. We have Amon-Ra Dark DGen Ethan, one of his strategies. I think he's the one that's on top of that leaderboard right now. GLC, Chicken Boy, Jimbo, our very own, and that's in Jupiter Dark. We just saw him up on the leaderboard. Run the Hurry Up, number 15 on the leaderboard, Jupiter Dark. Jenny B making her appearance from Osiris Light. Osiris Dark, Rick and Morty D's, which is one of my favorite names. I have only seen it here. I don't know if Jimmy, you ever seen that name before? Do you know what that is?
Team Rick and the Motor TDs. More TDs.
So there's a show that's very popular called Rick and Morty. It's an animated show that people love. It's real like cool humor. It's pretty funny. But Rick and Morty TDs is very witty, and I'm hoping it's original.
Anything with an Atlanta Falcon logo on, I can't take part in, man. They're in the NFC South.
It should be Rick and no TDs, right? Prubal, he was on the leaderboard. Apollo Dark there. Grizzy, and Grizz Tony is also competing tonight. That's against the median. That shouldn't be there. That's a different one. There it is. So those are the leaderboards that you can go look at. When we do this show, we're going to bring you, headliners, matchups to look out for tonight. On Monday nights, we'll let you know how the week turned out, and all that cool stuff, guys, and just kind of keep reporting on how that's going. And Jimmy, how are you liking these leagues so far?
I'm liking it. The anticipation of how guys it's almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop, because I think what's going to happen is these guys are going to be forced to making some trades soon. And, I think these guys are going to start trading to get themselves in position going into the guillotine. I think they're going to try to lure some guys in with their fab in their trades. I think they're going to be giving away some big name guys that they don't think are going to really produce, and somebody's willing to take a chance. I think you're going to see some of that. And we got guys in chat. Let's see what any of them are saying. We got sorry for Cousins in chat. Tennessee Nick, our own Francis is in saying, hey. Tennessee Nick's in there. He's in a few of these leagues also. I haven't seen his name pop up as a leader yet, so I don't know what he's up to.
He's got good humor, by the way. While we're talking about Nick, and if you're watching him in the Discord, he's got your gift game is strong, Nick. That's what I'll say. If you're not in the Discord, guys, well, first of all, if you're not in the Discord, you're probably not watching this because this is for the diehard fans. This is the stuff we want to present to you guys as a community, which we're always trying to build, guys. So spread the word. But the Discord has a lot of cool stuff. It's starting to develop. The categories are really starting to load up. We can see start sits, which are going to get moved to the weekend, so they're more relevant and up to date. Things like that are really starting to kick off. So get in there, get involved in that chat. One thing before we get out of this mode, because we're running low on time, our brass balls game is still going on. That's a little bit of a different format. Jim, you're part of it.
Yep.
So in this league, you're playing pirate, where the gauntlet's playing redraft right now. You're playing the pirate league, and the format is different. You get one skill position: quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end. One player that you can put in that position that's safe. In addition, you get to mark somebody with a little marker on your flex, which you get 4 of them in this league. And you can protect that player by putting a skull and crossbones on them that marks them safe from plunder. But if you lose, your opponent can choose any one of your available flex players, which will be 4 next year because we'll have 5.
And guess who I'm going to get this week?
Who are you getting? Uh-oh.
I'm spanking JoJo's ass pretty good. And, of course, he had Lamb who let him down. I got to choose between – I'm gonna have my choices of Kirk, Montgomery, Fannin, and Mbuka.
So it's Fannin, of course, right?
Oh no! I'd definitely be grabbing my Mbuka boy from JoJo. So thank you, JoJo. I appreciate that going in, especially with Evans going out hurt, not going to play next week probably. I'll be glad to take him from you. Who you want?
Oh, man. Yeah. That's a pretty – and that's the kind of stuff that can happen in this format here. We have 8 weeks of Pirate to get through. So if you start, pooping the bed right off the bat, your odds are slim. But because we have light benches, you're still going to find value on the waiver wire that gives you a shot.
Yeah, I think JoJo's going to get he's going to get the wide receiver from New England Booty out of that deal.
Yeah, see, and you get to give your flex for one of their flexes. So
yeah, I'm going to give him Booty, and I'll be taking Mbuka off his hands, so no problem.
Looks like we're getting ready to kick off soon. Okay, so last week we had Connor lose a sticky, and you can, instead of taking a player, you can take 25% of their fab. And because Connor took fab last week, he was over the $200 fab total. And so Sticky took $63, which was 25% of Connor's fab. Last week, Jimbo, I take it you lost, quote unquote. You got Trey Tucker and gave up Shaheed. Did you play Tucker?
I did not. I dropped him and I picked up. I think that's who I think I picked up Booty.
Oh man, Trey Tucker went off.
Yeah, I know. Chris gave me Tucker, and he took away from me Shaheed.
So this one is Zubicus and C Sims, and I would presume that Sims won. He took Sutton and gave up Jennings to Zubicus. So that's not too big of a power drop off. It could equalize eventually. And that's just one of the effects. You could choose to take that player or take fab. So there's a strategy there.
Guys, I've never played any of these Pirates ever in my life. And I'm telling you what, it is so much fun because it gives you a midweek buzz. You know what I mean? It's kind of different. It's so different than anything else. And it's like it's kind of like playing a lottery ticket. You know, it's like, who am I going to get if I win? And, you know, who do I want to lock so they can't take them? Who do I put on my bench so they can't get them? It's just
I locked Marvin Harrison this week, but I'm going to lose and most likely lose Ted McMillan. So that's a bummer.
Oh.
But last week I won JoJo and took Ted McMillan and gave up David Montgomery. So,
and then I got you for some fab earlier in the year too.
Yeah, you took my first $50 of fab. Sarah took $50 from Chiefs Life, and the final one was Todd Barber losing to Cheeky Hobson. Cheeky gave him Dalton Schultz and took Devontae Smith.
You know, so taking the fab guys is really a pretty good strategy because the benches are so small that the waiver is full of guys. I mean, especially with all these guys getting hurt, you know, the benches are huge as far as guys you can get off the waiver wire. In your bench really kind of plays a role on where you stash guys. If you know you're kind of winning, you can drop a guy down into your bench and kind of protect them. It's fun.
So, anyways, guys, that's a recap on how the gauntlet's playing out. When we come to you next Tuesday, live on the waiver wire, catch that tomorrow. That's always a good time. Jimmy does a great job preparing, and he's only getting better and better and getting more integrated with the technology. That's going to be tons of fun. But the following week, we're going to do a little co-op there. It's still going to be live on the waiver wire. It's going to be Jimmy's show. Make no mistakes. But I'll pop in and out sometimes, and if I'm not there, Jimmy's going to give you a little gauntlet recap that we'll have prepared for you. And at the same time, the update is going to take place this week, Thursday, but that's another show that we kind of cram in before kickoff Thursday night. Gives me like last minute to go through all of Ballsville that's not gauntlet and come up with some pretty cool stuff to pay attention to. Again, with the scoreboards, which you can go check out at the ballsvillegame.com. Just continue to support all that. And I don't know, Jimmy, you got anything else before we get up out of here?
Yeah, what I'd kind of like to do, guys, going forward with this gauntlet recap, as the tension starts to build and we get closer to the guillotine, what I'd like for you guys to do is jump in Discord and hit the channel, the waiver wire chat in there, and start doing a mailbag. So if you guys got any questions, anything you want to get on the air, anything you want to talk about that we can use on the show, use that channel in Discord for the waiver wire chat. Drop it in there. We'll call that the mailbag in there. I'll bring those questions. I'll bring you on. And that'll be a way you can kind of get your name in the hat to get on the show with your question live. You can ask it live, and we'll communicate there in Discord. So hit that channel up all week long. Let's get prepared for next week. Make it a great show.
Hey, Jimmy, did you see this? Chris is letting us know you can't take Ibuka. He has the skull and crossbones. He's protected.
No, he don't. He does not. Oh,
it has to be placed.
Oh, he changed that. It wasn't there.
It'll be in chat. It has to be before the week. So
it wasn't in there. Let's go to
next Tuesday.
When you put it in there. He's cheating. He's cheating. I know he's cheating.
Oh man.
Where did he do it?
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. You guys have a good night and good luck with your matchups.